Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about how to maximize your profits on your house flips. And I'm gonna walk you through this house that we're getting ready to start work on and show you the different changes that I'm gonna be making to it in order for us to get top dollar and sell for the most amount of money, thus making the nicest profit possible. We're gonna get into all that right now. This is an older home built in the 1930s. We have a detached garage back here. There's an ADU upstairs that's gonna be finished out. It's 3 stories. We have a full basement that's about 2,250 square feet. We have a main floor, 2,250 square feet. And then we have a finished attic as well that is around 1,200 square feet. Our grand total, right around 5,700 square feet. The neighboring parcel just sold for $2 million. Similar specs as we have. We both are on 6 acres. They're 4,600 square feet. We're 5,700 square feet. However, if we're going to even try to come close to hitting that mark, there's some significant changes that are gonna need to be made in our property, and you're gonna see that right now. Just to give you an idea of how the house is currently laid out, there is 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom in the attic. On the main floor here, the master suite with a master bath. There's also a powder bath, and then there is an office. The basement is pretty much a blank slate. The main thing we're gonna be up against if we're trying to get close to a $2 million sales price, we have some layout limitations that we need to think through and adjust to the best of our ability to make this 5,700 square feet the most functional as possible. It's never gonna be perfect when you're working within the confined space and the shell of the house. We're not looking to do any additions. We wanna work within the 4 walls that are already here. We still have to talk with our architects and engineers about to make sure that these changes can be made, because anytime you start moving walls around or adjusting layouts, there's different load calculations that need to be made to make sure that the house, once you're done, is still structurally sound. I'm gonna take you through those one by one right now. We're gonna start by just heading into the basement. Nice big entryway, pretty much wide open. Basically what we plan to do is we want 3 bedrooms down here. We're gonna do a bedroom in that corner over there, a bedroom straight in front of me. We're gonna leave a bathroom right here, and then there's gonna be another bedroom over in this corner. This is an interesting like cellar type thing, and I think we're gonna potentially maybe turn this into a cool wine cellar or something like that. This main area here where you see all these posts, we just want this to be a big open common area where you could basically have a secondary TV watching area, or this is where the kids hang out is. These are 2 separate rooms here. We're gonna convert those into 1 big room, get rid of the cooler itself, create that as a mechanical closet. About here, there'll be a wall that goes up and comes this way, and then this will be our laundry room. This right here is the base of the chimney. There are some things that we're gonna have to overcome with the engineer. One, we gotta make sure that this chimney is not structural. If it is, we gotta figure out how we can span beams and still open this basement up. And also, we need to get rid of all these different pillars in order to open this thing up properly. We got pillars everywhere down here. So that's step 1, getting the basement figured out. When this basement is finished, there will be 3 bedrooms, bathroom, common area, and laundry room in the basement. Now I'm gonna take you up into the attic. We have currently 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. As you come up the stairs, you basically have a middle hangout area, and then you have a bedroom on your left, and you have a bedroom and bathroom around this corner to your right. We're gonna keep one of the bedrooms that's close to the bathroom, so this would be a nice guest bedroom. Beautiful river views, which is pretty cool. This area out here, if we can get rid of that chimney, this would then be 1 big party or hangout area. You could put yourself a pool table up here and a TV. Other things we'll get rid of. We have these built-in desks right here. We're gonna be getting rid of that, putting a nice open banister right there, just 1 giant window. What is really cool is we have a decent sized outdoor patio right here. There is a roof on it, a caving in roof for that matter, and a hole that we could fall down to the 1st floor. Our idea with this is blow the top off it, get rid of all these windows, and this should just be an outdoor balcony that you can come out and hang out on. And this is phenomenal. Multiple shots of the river, mountain views in the distance. This will be very nice once we turn it into a standard outdoor balcony. Once we're finished, this will have 1 bedroom, one full bathroom, big party area where you can put your pool table, shuffleboard, maybe more of an adult hangout area where the basement is where the kids go to hang out. But this will be an awesome space up here. Let's go down to just the main floor. There's a few different funk factors with the main floor that we need to smooth out and get this layout more traditional, if you will. We have the master bedroom right here, and we have the office over here. Usually what I've found is if a family is buying this property, wherever the master bedroom is, they at least want one other bedroom on that same floor. For example, if it is a family with a newborn, they usually want the newborn on the same floor. They don't want it upstairs or in the basement. They want their newborn child as close to them as possible. So we're actually gonna convert this office into a bedroom, ton of wood paneling in here, some built-in desks back here. All that's going away, and we're just gonna add a closet right here on this wall. If you decide to make it an office, you can always just make it an office, but it gives the buyer the ability to make that decision for themselves. On the main floor, we have the master next door, which has a master bath, but it also had a powder bath, and the powder bath had to access it through either the office or the master bedroom as well. Here we are in the master bedroom, located on the main floor of the house. It's got amazing views. A big issue with this bedroom, there is no closet. This bathroom was the powder bath, very awkward. You had to access it from the master bed or the office. We're actually going to decommission this bathroom. That's gonna get walled off right there, and this is going to be the small walk-in closet in the master, and we're gonna relocate the powder bath over here towards the stairwell. Here's a stand-up shower. The original vanity was right there. It was only a single vanity. I think we're gonna flip-flop it, put the toilet over here. That way we can at least get a double vanity in this small master bath. So now I'm gonna head into the kitchen. Take note of this giant fireplace here. We have a dining room. We have a breakfast nook over here. The kitchen, as you can imagine, is very closed off, not easy to get to. It's completely sectioned off. And once we check with our engineers and architects, our goal is to be able to eliminate this fireplace entirely. We really just need to get this opened up so there's a much better flow to this floor and all the common area living space. So that kind of wraps it up with the different layout changes that we are currently gonna work towards. We still have to get approval and the drawings back from the engineers and architects to make sure everything jives and everything works, and they need to do all their load calcs and make sure there's no load-bearing walls, or if there is, hey, can we span a beam and give the proper supports? We're waiting to hear back from them. Unknown on the budget entirely. If I were to guess, it might be $400,000 renovation, $500,000 renovation. Buy for $1 million. If we can pump 400 to 500 into it and sell for close to $2 million, we'll be in really good shape. If you want to see this property transform before your eyes, I'm gonna be posting other videos as we progress on this project. I'm super excited about this one because it's such a beautiful piece of property. This place is gonna be absolutely stunning when we're done. If you wanna stay up to date on this and other projects, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time. All right, see ya.